Man, I don't even know why I'm making this video. I was just watching a movie and I was just like, like, this is just so pointless watching this movie. Like, I want to go do something. I was like, no better thing to do right now than record a video, because why not? Like, I just want to record a video. So I don't really know what I'm going to talk about, but, um, man, today's been good, you know. The last little while's been good. Like, the last, like, 3 weeks has been pretty good. And it's weird that I like see it this way. I mean, it's more like the last month's been good, but it's weird that I see it this way because it's like, you go watch all my videos, and most of my videos are me talking about like the God moments I have, and like how just like every other day, or not every other day, but like, once or twice a week, I'm just like frustrated with God, or myself, and I just have this like crazy like moment with God where I'm like screaming and cursing him, and it's like even with that happening, it's like I'm still good, and it's like I'm like better than I've not better than I've ever been, but like my identity just is so secure that it's like in ways I am better than I've ever been, or like that's just like the best way to describe it, like better than I've ever been, right? Um, but like in a consistent, stable way, not in like a, oh my, I'm just like, life's great because this is happening. No, it's like a foundation. It's like a like there's a steadfastness. Like that's what I'm talking about. Like better, like the baseline just got raised. Like that's what I'm talking about. And even with all this stuff happening, and even days where I'm like feeling off, and I'm like, man, like 3 days ago, I was dreading working that job that was gonna take like 12 hours out of my day every day. I was just like, even thinking about it and dreading it and like not wanting to do it. I was like, I can make this work. Like there's just like this pull towards something, and it's like me compared to like literally just a month ago is like completely different guy, completely different way I approach my relationship with God, completely different guy in identity, completely different guy in like detaching my identity from like like not fearing rejection and failure. So much more grace. Oh my gosh, like the amount of grace right now I have with myself, and like not grace like most like this. I feared grace at first because I was like, man, grace is bad because grace just gives you like an excuse to be lazy. But there's like that's like the wrong, like that's like one grace, but this is that I don't even think that's grace. Like that's just being lazy. This is great. Real grace is like, man, I missed the gym today. I can't get it today, so I'm just gonna do it tomorrow and like forgive myself for today. Or like, oh man, I like failed on this piece at work. For the, you know, or I like made a mistake. I have grace with myself. I don't beat myself up for it. I make a joke out about it, and I do better next time. Like there's an action behind the forgiveness. You know, um, woke up this morning, and to be honest, like my thoughts just were just kind of in a dirty place, and I was like, you know what, like gotta have grace with myself. I forgive myself. I have grace. I'm like, okay, you know what can I do to like make sure this doesn't happen, right? And that's the type of grace. That's a powerful grace. That's the grace God talks about. And and then once you start having grace with yourself, like love starts to like. There's room for love. Like just like a love for like growth, and your heart of fear. Like I have a saying that I tell myself. Heart moved by fear will always choose the safer option. And once you start having grace with yourself and like forgiving yourself and like proper biblical grace, like, and you detach your identity from things and all this stuff, like it just leaves room for love, and you're not fearing as much, and you're just like you're just going, like something's just pulling you forward. and compared to like last month, like completely different in all those areas. And I'm just like, oh man, like it's just so good. It's so good. It's so good. And I'm like not afraid to like invest in myself. Like beforehand I would be like, I'm only gonna invest in myself if I'm like making this much money every month, or doing these things every day, or like my standard was like perfection. So I'd invest in myself as long as it was all perfect, and then if I made one failure, I'd get depressed a little bit, and I like totally throw me off. And now it's just like complete opposite. It's like I enjoy the mess a little bit of like just you know correcting myself, and doing it messy, but at least doing it, and especially in the starting phase. And it's just like amazing. It's just been amazing, even with all the being frustrated with God here and then, and like dreading this and dreading that. It's like the last like month has been amazing, you know processing like emotions and detaching my identity from things, disassociation, learning kind of what my role is in when it comes to my heart, and how to cooperate with God on that. Like, oh, it's just all so much better. It's just all so much better. And yeah, I'm just excited. Like every day I'm like, I almost don't want to go to bed. Like that's kind of the I only go to bed like once I'm tired, but like I almost don't want to go to bed because I'm just like, I just want to like do stuff, and like even today it's like I had like a checklist of like things I need to do. I'm just like, you know what, like let's just do it. I'm like, I don't know. It's just like the barrier to take action is so much more like natural, or less, or like flow state. I don't know. The identity's changing, and naturally when the heart changes, your fruits, life, it just flows, right? It flows out of your heart. And like I truly like still believe, like I mentioned in other videos, that like God just gave me a complete new heart every day. It's like the new heart gets like there's just a new heart, and it gets refined, and it's just, yeah, it's just been great. I'm like doing really good, but not in the way of like circumstances are going well, but just in the way of like internally, and like baseline and stability, even though it looks kind of chaotic, and it is sometimes, because I'm like mad at God here, and then like, or not mad at God, but like frustrated here, and all this. It's like healthy. It's a healthy thing that I'm going through, and I'm still like far away from like maybe the energy I should be at, and like the love and grace and all those things I should be at, but like we're moving in the right direction. And that's what gets me excited. That's what gets me motivated to like, invest in myself, put myself out there, and all the stuff, right? But yeah, tomorrow, buying food for the diet, and we're starting that this week, because I've been noticing at the gym, like I'm hitting the gym like when I need to, according to my routine, but I'm just finding like don't have enough energy. And I've had this before, like energy, like fuel to burn. So tomorrow I got the diet all sorted out this morning and before work, and now I get to go buy food and get that all figured out, and start that on Sunday, which is gonna be so exciting. I'm so excited to eat healthy food. I've been wanting to do it for like 3 years, but like I just told myself I couldn't unless I was making 10K a month, and then I made 10K a month, and then I still didn't do it. So like, like I didn't realize, like I kind of had this rule for myself, like I don't want to be limited. Like I don't want to be limited by like anything, but I was my biggest limiter, which is crazy, you know, but also makes sense, you know, like I was my biggest limitation. Um, like everything I did, you know, I did it with me as the foundation, and now like God's the foundation, and I just build on top of that, and it's just like so much better, so much better. Um, but yeah, I like making these videos, but honestly, like I'm probably gonna stop making these videos where I'm just like doing this raw, like talking and, you know, being honest and kind of like journaling, um, because I've kind of noticed like over the last like 3 weeks, um, I just don't really like have like a huge desire to talk about myself this way, um, and also like I'm just noticing like I'm filtering a lot. I mean, I've always kind of, but like I'm still like as honest as I can be, but like, you know, I still filter a lot of things that I would wish I could get down, video record, that I just, you know, I just don't want to be like totally public. Um, so like I think this is gonna be like my last video for doing this kind of type of style of video. And if I do keep recording stuff like this, it's all gonna be private. So like, you know, no one's gonna be able to see it, and that way I'll be able to be like my true full self and get everything down I want to get down in video form. Because I already get everything down on like a journal on notes, but something about video is just so much easier, and it's so much more. You know, you can actually like look back and you can kind of see the vibe, and you can kind of see the mood and the energy and all that. And so, um, yeah. So that's it for this. This is probably my last video like this. And yeah. See you guys later. Peace.